In 1993, Mario Lemieux made a comeback from a life-threatening illness just when the world thought his career was over. But what happened next would shock the hockey world forever. He didn't just return to the ice, he dominated. You'll be stunned when we reveal the truth about Mario's legacy at the end of this video. Mario Lemieux's name resonates across the world of hockey, but beyond the fame and accolades lies a story of pain, resilience, and overwhelming skill. A story that defies what we thought was possible in sports. In this video, we're diving deep into how good Mario Lemieux truly was, from the moment he stepped onto the ice to his eventual retirement. Strap in, because what you're about to hear is nothing short of legendary. Early career and rising talent. Mario Lemieux's journey to the NHL began long before he donned the iconic Pittsburgh Penguins jersey. Born in Montreal in 1965, Mario showed incredible talent from a young age. By 17, he was already putting up numbers that most players would dream of, making waves in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League, QMJHL, with Laval. He scored an astonishing 133 goals and 149 assists, totaling 282 points in just 70 games. This wasn't just a fluke season, this was a glimpse of greatness. In 1984, the Pittsburgh Penguins made a move that would change the course of hockey history. They selected Mario Lemieux with the first overall pick in the NHL draft, and right from the start, it was clear that Mario wasn't just another player. He was the future of the game. Standing at 6'4" and weighing 200 pounds, Mario already had NHL-ready size. But the question remained, could he adjust to the speed and intensity of the NHL? In his rookie season, he scored 43 goals and 57 assists, totaling 100 points. This might sound amazing until you realize that he was doing it for one of the worst teams in hockey, the Pittsburgh Penguins. The team had failed to make the playoffs for 6 straight seasons and was even on the brink of being moved to Kansas City. But Mario, with his skill and vision, was determined to change the fate of his team and the league. Early struggles and challenges. Even though Mario was an undeniable talent, his early years in the NHL were filled with struggles. Despite his brilliance, the Penguins were still a team in turmoil. In the 1989 playoffs, Mario put up an incredible 19 points in 11 games, but the Penguins were eliminated in the first round by the Philadelphia Flyers. The following year, despite winning the NHL scoring title with 123 assists, the Penguins were once again knocked out of the playoffs in the first round by the New York Rangers. Mario was doing everything he could, but the team around him wasn't enough. He was carrying the Penguins on his back, but it was clear he needed help. This wasn't just about being the best player on the ice. Mario needed a championship-caliber team to match his talent. Building the championship team. By 1990, the Penguins started to assemble the pieces they needed to become a true contender. They acquired Ron Francis, a seasoned veteran who was known for his playmaking abilities and leadership. Then, they added an 18-year-old Czech phenom named Jaromír Jágr. Jágr's skill set was unlike anything North America had ever seen. His stick handling was magical, and his shot was a weapon in itself. But even with these new additions, chemistry didn't come overnight. Mario, who had been doing it all by himself for so long, now had to adjust to working with teammates who didn't quite understand his unique style of play. The pressure mounted and the Penguins struggled early on. But with the additions of Francis and Jágr, it was clear that Mario had the support he needed to finally make his championship dreams a reality. The 1991 playoffs and the first Stanley Cup, 1991 was the year Mario Lemieux truly cemented his legacy. The Penguins were now a real contender, and Mario was ready to take them to the top. But the playoffs didn't start off as planned. Mario was battling through a herniated disc in his back, an injury that made it almost impossible for him to move freely on the ice. The pain was excruciating. He could barely bend down to pick up pucks, but Mario wasn't going to let a little thing like a back injury stop him from achieving his dream. In the Stanley Cup Finals against the Minnesota North Stars, Mario's performance was nothing short of legendary. He scored 44 points in 23 playoff games, leading the Penguins to their first ever Stanley Cup. It wasn't just about winning the championship, it was about proving that nothing, no injury, no setback, could stand in his way. Mario had finally achieved what he had worked for his entire life. The shocking health battle, cancer, but just as Mario was riding high after his first Stanley Cup, something unimaginable happened. In December 1991, Mario Lemieux was diagnosed with Hodgkin's lymphoma, a form of cancer that would require immediate radiation treatment. At just 27 years old in the prime of his career, Mario's world was turned upside down. This wasn't just a setback for his hockey career, it was a life-threatening illness. Mario's diagnosis sent shockwaves through the hockey world. Here was the most talented player in the game, healthy after recovering from his back injury, now facing something that could potentially end his career and his life. For 2 months, Mario underwent grueling radiation treatment that drained him physically and mentally. His doctors weren't sure if he would ever return to the ice, and even if he did, there was no guarantee that he would be the same player. The 1993 comeback setting records, just 4 hours after his final radiation treatment, Mario Lemieux did the unthinkable. He returned to the ice. The crowd at the Pittsburgh Civic Arena gave him a 4-minute standing ovation before the game even started. Mario wasn't just back. He was back to dominate. Despite missing 24 games during the regular season, Mario finished with 160 points, winning the NHL scoring title. He also won the Hart Trophy as the league MVP, becoming the first player ever to win the award, while missing a significant portion of the season due to illness. But Mario wasn't done yet. In the playoffs, Mario continued to amaze. He scored key goals in every series, including a game-winning goal in overtime against the New Jersey Devils and a clutch hat trick against the Boston Bruins. The Penguins would go on to win their second Stanley Cup in 3 years, and Mario's performance was nothing short of miraculous. He had played through exhaustion, pain, and the lingering effects of cancer treatment, but he had come out on top. Clutch performances in the Stanley Cup run. Mario's performance in the Stanley Cup Finals was his crowning achievement. In Game 1, with the score tied in the final minute, Mario scored a goal to give the Penguins the lead, then won the game in overtime. In Game 4, with the series on the line, Mario scored 2 goals in the third period to secure Pittsburgh's victory. When the final buzzer sounded, Mario collapsed on the ice from exhaustion, but his teammates were right there to help him up. He had done it. He had led the Penguins to victory, and the image of Mario lifting the Stanley Cup while wearing a bandana to cover his hair loss from cancer treatments became one of the most emotional moments in sports history, retirement, and legacy. Despite his miraculous comeback and winning another Stanley Cup, Mario's body was beginning to betray him. The chronic pain from his back injury had spread to his hips and knees, and the cancer treatments had taken their toll. Mario knew that his time in the NHL was limited. In 1997, at just 31 years old, he made the heartbreaking decision to retire. But Mario Lemieux didn't just disappear. In a move that shocked the sports world, Mario purchased the Pittsburgh Penguins in 1999, saving the franchise from financial ruin. By doing so, he ensured that Pittsburgh's hockey future was secure. But Mario wasn't done. In 2000, at the age of 35, he made an unprecedented return to the ice. His first game back was against the Toronto Maple Leafs, and Mario showed that he hadn't lost a step. He scored 2 goals and added an assist in a 5-0 win, skating circles around players half his age. Over the next few seasons, Mario continued to play at an elite level, proving that talent doesn't fade. It only grows stronger. Mario Lemieux's story is one of the greatest in all of sports. He didn't just win championships. He overcame insurmountable odds and showed us that the mind can be just as powerful as the body. His legacy is built not just on his points, goals, and assists, but on his will to never give up. Was Mario Lemieux the greatest hockey player of all time? You decide. Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and if you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories of legendary athletes overcoming the impossible. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you next time with more incredible sports stories.